Fueled by ambition and craving for recognition, he meticulously crafted a plan. With careful attention to detail, he forged documents meticulously, staged cooking sessions, making it appear as though he was tirelessly pursuing a world record. News outlets caught wind of the story, a talented chef aiming for culinary greatness, and soon sponsorship deals poured in, patrons clamored for reservations, and the media gave him the attention. Chef Smith reveled in the spotlight, holding press conferences where he spoke passionately about his supposed record-breaking journey. The world believed his every word, enchanted by his charisma and skill. But, as the saying goes, the truth was lacing its boots, and it finally caught up with him. I sit with the man at the center of all of this, Ebenezer Smith. Chef Smith, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, thank you. I'm fine, thank you.
You've been trending lately. Are you good?
I'm fine.
You're fine?
Yeah.
You're sure?
Not really.
Talk to me.
Not really fine because of the news out there. And I felt so disappointed, first in myself, and for disappointing the people of Ghana and my loved ones and everybody around the world.
Okay, we'll get to that, but you're a chef. What motivated you to pursue cooking, and how long have you been cooking?
I've been cooking since 2008.
Okay.
Cooking is my passion, and I can equally say cooking is my calling, because apart from secondary school, I never attended any further education. But I discovered that passion after secondary school, which was not even a course I did in the secondary school. So I've been cooking since 2008.
So what motivated you to enter or participate in the cookathon?
Apparently, after Hilda Basi took the challenge, as a young man growing up, working for a couple of years in the hospitality industry, I've always wanted the platform to showcase the good craft and skills that I have in me, because I've worked a couple of places, both hotels and restaurants, and I feel like nothing is really working out for myself. I wanted a platform that I could get a permanent something to do, which has to do with my profession, the culinary industry. Hence the reason for this step.
For participating in the cookathon?
Yes, please.
So walk us through the process. When did you decide to do it, and did you send a letter to the Guinness World Record people yourself? Walk us through the process.
Apparently, after Hilda Basi did, I have been thinking about it. And then all of a sudden I decided, after Afia did her sing-a-thon, I decided to make a step. You know, tracking the history, it has always been a sequential, like numbers with the application reference. So I ended up landed on the application reference of that of Edu Safua, and then I built something for myself.
No, you ended up with that application reference.
You know, I have read a lot about Guinness World Record.
Okay.
And it's an application process.
Right.
When you apply, they will give you an application reference.
Okay.
That would enable you to know who is the current record holder
Okay.
And the details prior to that.
Okay.
Your time of break, the rules and the guidelines. So apparently, I have read all that.
Okay.
And gotten to know the rules, the guidelines, and everything. But I don't have application with Guinness World Record.
So you did not apply?
No.
You did not apply?
No.
So why did you start the cookathon?
Like I said, I built it on Edusafua's application reference.
Is that possible?
It's not normal.
But is it done?
It's not logic, but it's done because if somebody is application index number 1, somebody will be 2. So
that's what you did?
Yes.
Did she give you a go-ahead to use her application reference?
She has no idea.
So you decided to start a whole cookathon with an application reference by not applying to the body that is in charge of it.
No.
Why did you do that?
I don't know.
And you wrote to sponsors?
I did.
And you knew that?
I made few approach because one, there's always also been one thing about me to reach out to the less privileged and the vulnerable. So I said, okay, this is something that I'm not getting any money out of it. Cooking for free, like showcasing my gift and my talent, cooking for people for free, without taking any money from them. Displaying my skills and my talent. I know the risk even for standing.
Emergency services.
I consulted a couple of doctors. They told me the risk for you to stand not sleeping for even more than 10 days. And the final doctor said the last time he handled something of that sort was even for 9 days. So for me to talk about 30 days and over, he sees that all is normal, but once it's something that I've decided to do, he gives me his go-ahead.
And in all of this, you did not have approval from Guinness World Records?
No.
So you would agree when people say that you're a scammer? Because you knew from the onset that you didn't even have an approval to start in the first place.
Yeah.
And you led all of us on, all Ghanaians. Why did you do that?
I don't know.
You don't know? Were you in alone on this? Did you decide to do it on your own or you planned it with people?
All alone.
You did it all alone?
Yes, please.
So even your manager didn't know?
No.
Nobody knew?
Nobody.
You had no reference, you had no go-ahead from Guinness World Records?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Wow, Chef Smith, that's very bold. That's very bold of you. Okay, so you decided to use a reference from someone's application to seek sponsorship, right?
Yeah.
So you started the thing and then you cooked for how long? How long did you cook for?
I cooked from 1st February to 6th March.
Did you cook every day?
I cooked every single day.
Because there were reports that you were packing up your things and going to bed at some point at 12 o'clock.
I was cooking every single day.
Did you at any point pack up? Were you taking naps,
Never.
sleeping?
I was having a nap. There were breaks, which, like I said earlier on, I read all the rules. So every 1 hour you have 5 minutes, which can also be accumulated.
Okay, but I get that part. But were you really going home and coming back later to cook?
No, please.
How do we believe you? Because if you lied about, you know, the whole process from the beginning, how do we believe that you were not taking those 6-7 hours break that people said that you were doing?
The videos as the evidence are still there. I still have the videos recorded because every single thing we did was recorded.
Okay.
And the videos are still there to show us a proof.
Okay, so when you did not have the approval and you decided to go ahead with the attempt, what were you hoping to do with the video?
Applying later on and then push it if it will through.
So why didn't you apply from the beginning?
That is what I said. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
What gave you the thoughts? What got into you? What were you thinking when you decided to go ahead without applying? Did you think that you were going to get away with it and people wouldn't notice?
I don't know. It just happened.
Okay. So you decided to embark on the cookathon with no application and no go-ahead from Guinness World Records.
Yeah.
And then you cooked for 820 hours.
Yeah.
And you didn't know your fate. Okay, so you said that you were hoping to apply later and push it. So did you, when you finished cooking?
Prior to the question on the evidence, the videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you finished cooking. Did you apply?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
You spent all of that time staying up and you finished cooking and you still did not apply?
No.
Why? I'm curious. I really want to know. And I think that Ghanaians want to know. And it's only fair that you tell them, because there are people who woke up from their beds, came to stand with you the whole time that you were cooking, thinking that, you know, you were in the process of bringing glory to the entire country. And I think that they deserve to know. So you finished cooking and you didn't apply to submit the video.
No.
Why? Tell me.
I just don't know.
I find that very hard to believe.
Yeah.
So, what did you tell your sponsors? What conversation did you have with them? What was the agreement when you knew that you didn't have the go-ahead from the Guinness World Records to embark on what you were doing?
The application reference was what was requested, so I gave it out.
So you created your own application reference?
Like I said, I built my application reference.
Yourself?
I built it on Edusafua's application reference.
So you mean you copied it?
Yeah.
But that's a crime. You forged it. You forged the application documents.
Yes, I did.
Okay. And you took it to your sponsors.
Yeah.
And you gave that to them. And they decided to sponsor you.
Yeah.
With how much?
It was agreed when we made a step. They will sponsor everything. And whatever that will come out of it. We had a Momo account and also a bank account, and like they were going to receive everything that was coming on behalf of me. And then after the whole thing, we'll sit down and then we'll do accurate accountability, and they recoup what they have invested and something is left out, we share 50-50. So that was the agreement.
And how much money did they initially invest?
I can't tell, but it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Have you seen the statements from your lead sponsors, Ahmadiyya?
Yes, please.
They say they invested about 300,000 cedis.
It's even more. It might be more.
It might be more.
It might be more.
So, Chef Smith, you knew that you didn't have any authorization, and you watched on and allowed them spend that much money. Once again, why? What do you have to say to your sponsors? I'm sure that they're definitely watching.
Ways wouldn't be enough. I feel like at this point in time, I give my life out to them to do to me as they wish. I don't even deserve to live because it's too much for me to bear.
So by virtue of saying that you forged your application reference number and the document, did you forge the certificate too?
Yeah. Because it started with lies, it has to end with lies.
So walk us through the process. You woke up one day and decided that today is the day that I have to announce to the world that I am the new record holder. Tell us.
Apparently, when you do the application, it takes 12 weeks for them to review your videos. That is the regular. They have 2 ways, which we said earlier on that I read a lot about them. The premium will take like 5 days, which is a lot of money to apply. The regular is like $7, $8 to apply. If it goes through 12 weeks, then you'll be reviewed and they'll get back to you. Calculating from set March up to the day of announcing the certificate, it's even past a couple of days from 12 weeks.
So you had it all planned out from the beginning?
Not really planned out from the beginning to the end, but once the first step is taken,
you have
it
to
needs to
complete
finish.
it. So on the 2nd of July, you woke up, invited media houses, and decided to tell us that you have been announced the newest record holder, and you knew it was a lie.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you again, why did you do that?
I don't know.
Did you think that people wouldn't find out? Were you hoping?
I know Ghanaians are very intelligent, well educated, but I just don't know.
So you, wait, how did you forge the certificate? How did you do it?
Guinness have a lot of certificates on their pages. Like I said, I've been following Guinness for long. So we have a lot of certificates.
So what happened?
So
walk us through the process.
I just picked one of the certificate and I entered the details in my name. And that's it.
And you printed it?
Yeah.
And framed it?
Yeah.
What was the role of your manager in all of this?
I don't have a manager. He just came as a brother to help.
He just came as a brother to help. Did he know?
No.
Did your assistant chef also know?
No.
None of them knew?
No, please.
You managed to scam the entire nation. Do you agree?
Yes, I do.
And why would you do that?
I don't know.
You're still watching GHOne television, and I'm here with Chef Smith. Chef Smith, so you decided to forge your application reference number, give it to your sponsors, and they believed you. You waited for the number of weeks required, and then you forged the certificate as well. And I keep asking you, why did you do that?
Honestly, have been working for a couple of years. Working from one restaurant to the other, one hotel to the other, and nothing is just really working out. Wherever I have worked, I put in my best. I work so hard. But at the end of the day, whatever that comes, as salary is something that I have a lot of responsibilities as a young man. I have kids, and sometimes it's even difficult to pay their school fees. So I have always wanted a platform that I could get something permanent, that at least not to be so enriched, but to be on the average aspect that I'll be able to cover like my needs.
And that's why you decided to scam the entire nation?
That's why I decided to take the step.
I see. Now, so after the attempt, when it all ended, what did you do? In the lead up to you forging the certificates, what were you doing?
After the whole thing, I got very sick. I got hospitalized for a month and over. And then after I got healed a bit, I got something small to be doing. I got myself a small restaurant that I'm helping somebody, like as a supervisor, to run the place.
And then you decided to come to Accra to hold the press conference to announce that you had been declared the new title holder. Who funded that press conference? Who gave you money for it?
Nobody.
So how did you get money to put it together if you don't have money to even pay your bills?
A few people who are still supporting me after the cookathon, and also the gentleman who is said to be my manager, who came in as a brother to also help my vision and support my skills.
So what explanation have you given to all these people now that it has come to light that you forged all of these documents?
I want to use this platform to render a very big apology.
To who?
To all of them. From Honorable Ibrahim Dauda, who led me to the Ahmadiyya, to the CEO of Ahmadiyya, to the management, to my assistant, shoe chef, Letitia, and to the entire nation, the President of Ghana, the Vice President, the former First Lady, who came all out with the cookware, the former President, Mr. John Dramani Mahama, and the entire nation and the entire world. I render a very big apology on this big platform, and I apologize to the world that I'm so sorry. I don't deserve to live, but I say, "Go pay baby a bit, and let me bear then and it has landed me this way. I am sorry, and I beg the entire nation. I beg Ghana, my sponsors. I can't mention names. I had a lot of support and sponsors. I beg everybody to find a place to forgive me, for this is beyond explanation. I'm sorry, and I'm deeply, deeply sorry. And I apologize to the entire world, the entire nation, for bringing this shame upon myself and the nation and the entire world.
Please, Smith, I think you should have a seat. Smith, please have a seat. Here. Here you go. So, okay, can we continue? I have a few more questions to ask you. Chef, you have to lift your head. I want to see them to see you. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So let me. We're going to be wrapping up very shortly. So when you saw the former First Lady, the Honourable Member of Parliament, all of these people come to you, Ghanaians come to stand there with all of that support. You knew that you were scamming them. You knew that what you were doing was not real.
I didn't know the support I was getting. It started already, and the days were there to complete the task. So I just have to continue.
Okay, so let me ask you this. On the day that you made the announcement, when you were entering the La Palme Auditorium, your manager, whom you say is a brother who came on board to support you, was seen asking you to calm down and to be confident. And you were acting as though someone was following you. Was someone following you, or were you expecting someone to follow you?
He told me some gentlemen came that they would allow me to hold a press conference. But he's talking to them so that things will work out. So he later came back and told me that all is calm, so we can go now.
Okay. So even on that day, your brother manager didn't know that it was a scam?
No, please.
Now, you say that you've been cooking since 2008, right?
Yes, please.
Are you a registered chef?
I'm a chef.
Are you a registered chef? Because the Chefs Association say you are not their member.
I don't have a registration with Ghana Chefs Association.
Who do you have a registration with?
I don't have. We have just Ghana Chefs Association.
Okay.
And it's not every chef that is part of the association.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I have also seen on your page, International Master Chefs Club, Certificate of Excellence. Are you a member of that club? Did you receive any award from them? Because this says that this certificate is proudly awarded to Executive Chef Ebenezer Smith for his extraordinary contributions and development to culinary arts and hospitality. Did you receive this?
No.
You forged this too?
Yeah.
Why? This is also not real?
No.
Why? This is also not real?
I love cooking.
So what about your life is real then?
I love cooking. And I cook very well.
But why do you have to come up with all these lies? Why don't you just cook what you love doing?
That is what I keep doing all this while. But I have always wanted something that will keep me and help me to be able to cover up.
You say that you've been working all these years, but your salary hasn't been enough. How much were you earning?
Sometimes 1,500, sometimes 2,000.
You were earning 2,000 cedis and you thought that it wasn't enough? And so what about the people who have no jobs? What about those who are earning lesser? Okay, so let's go back to the forgery of the application reference number, and then you got done with the attempt, and then you decided to come out with a forged certificate. Why?
After the cookathon, everything just ended like that. There was nothing. There was nothing happening around me. No contract, nothing. So I was just even gone low than I was even working as an individual, working with an organization. So thought of coming out with this, that would at least opened one door that will help me. Hence the reason, the full certificate.
Did you think about the repercussions of it? You know, I'm wondering what was going through your mind. Did you think that Ghanaians would never find out? Be very honest with me. That was your hope?
That thought never came up.
That thought never came up?
Yes.
So you genuinely thought you could get away with it and people would be happy. So when you, after the press conference and the publicity that we have a new record holder, how did that make you feel?
Honestly, after the press conference, I didn't see anything of that sort. Because right from there, I was invited by the La Police. And then I was kept there. So I didn't know all that was going on around.
But what were you hoping to achieve after the press conference?
I was hoping to at least get some, maybe a contract or a deal that will help me make a living.
What kind of deal?
Anything on the aspect of hospitality.
You were hoping to get ambassadorial deals?
Yeah, maybe an ambassadorial deal or anything that has to do with cooking, anything that has to do with hospitality. That can also uplift the name of the country and impact onto other generation. Because I also teach.
You teach? What do you teach?
Apart from cooking, I teach.
What do you teach?
I teach people how to cook.
You teach people how to cook?
Yes, please.
So, if you have been forging all of these certificates, Chef Smith, from the application reference number, even to the international chef members certificates that I showed you, what are you teaching your people to do then?
Cooking is practical. So on the practical aspect, even where I work, a lot of people learn a lot from me because I cook very well and I'm a very good chef. And most people I've worked with knows that. I do it all out with passion and with hard work.
But you didn't think that cooking was enough to make you the kind of money that you wanted?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing on the aspect of still cooking. Hence, all I'm looking at is within the cycle of cooking and not outside of cooking.
Okay. I know that you have apologized to Ghanaians and you have knelt and you have begged them. Have you seen the statements from your assistant chef?
No, please.
She has apologized to Ghanaians and said she didn't know that you were engaging in a fraudulent activity. What do you say to that?
Yeah, it's true. I apologize to her so greatly and deeply. She's very innocent. She's very hardworking. One of the ladies who has been very hardworking in the hospitality industry I came across. So looking for a bigger deal that could help lift the name of the country and also put us on the bigger platform. Even previous places I've worked, when I get big odd contracts, like when get big event at the workplace, she's the one I call on to come and assist as a casual. And then when she's done, they pay her and she go. So I told her about it.
I see, but you didn't tell her the truth.
No, I told her this is the step, and she trusts me so well.
So
because
she
we have
believed
we have worked together.
So she believed
She's
you.
very hardworking, and I know she's the only one who will be able to stand all this heat. So she believed me. But
I see.
I wasn't honest with her, and I apologize greatly to her and her family once again.
So, at the end of the day, you ended up setting a record, but not a Guinness World Record. Are you satisfied with the outcome?
No, please.
In all of this, I have to ask you, have you seen a psychologist or a professional for help?
No, please.
Do you want to see one?
Yes, please.
Why?
Because I feel like all is not well around me.
Reason you embarked on this?
Yeah.
Did you think that Ghanaians are so gullible and will never find out?
No, that's why I said that thought never came.
That thought never came.
Yes, please.
Okay. So what's next for Chef Smith after this?
I don't know what next. When as I talk with you.
Will you attempt the cookathon again?
If I'm given the opportunity and it's legitimate, I can do it. To make the nation proud, the take away the shame and the reproach and the disgrace I have brought upon my country.
Do you expect anybody to show up and support you again?
I don't think I deserve it because they have showed up already and it was all untruth.
All right. Thank you very much for speaking with us, Chef Smith. I don't even know what to say. Very interesting. But he's a chef, just not a registered chef in Ghana. But he is a chef and cooking is his passion. Thank you very much for talking to us. I am Sewami here.